what are the practical steps that we need to take? Each and every one of us listening, we always need to have a timetable in place. The problem is we don't have no timetable. We have to have a timetable, we have to be disciplined. The problem we have is when we sleep, we continue sleeping. When we eat, we continue eating. When we are on social media, one after the other, 5-6 hours go without even noticing. There has to be discipline. Inna salata kanat ala al-mu'minina kitaban mawquta. Indeed, salah is on fixed times. The 5 divine appointments with Allah. Fixed time. Everything fixed. The Prophet ﷺ, he had fixed time for everything. If we read his seerah, we'll realize that every single thing is 24-hour timetable. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min shatatil amr. One of the dua, the prophetic dua, supplication was, Allah, I ask refuge in you from being disorganized. We are so disorganized. This is the problem. So each and every one of us, what's the message we're going to take from here today? That each and how can we follow Islam? Because Islam is a practical, pragmatic, user-friendly religion. And it's not only a religion, it's a way of life. It's not only in the masjid and after the masjid we do anything and everything. We can conduct our business the way we like. I had a non-Muslim worker working for me. He still works. He said, I'll work for you rest of my life. And what was the reason? He came to give his invoice and he said, you can pay this within the next 2 weeks. So I said, no, how much is it? I took the money out and I gave it to him. He said, no, you can give it later. He goes, no. You know that we as Muslims, we pay the laborer his wages. The hadith says, A'tul ajira ajrahu qabla ay yajiffa araquhu. Give the laborer his wages before his sweat dries. When I said that, he became emotional. Because is that what Islam teaches you? I have worked for hundreds of Muslims. I have to take him to court. Still I didn't get my money. Allahu Akbar. It's us. We have become obstacle. I always say, if you can't become an ambassador, don't become an obstacle. If you can't smile, don't frown. If you can't praise, don't condemn. It's a big problem we have. At the time of the Prophet ﷺ, we had those people who misinterpreted Islam, like Abu Jahl, Abu Lahab, Asib ibn Wa'il, Walid ibn Mughira, Uqba ibn Abi Mu'ayt, and all those people. Then we had those, the masses who misunderstood. But the Sahaba Ikram, فَإِنْ آمَنُوا بِمِثْلِ مَا آمَنْتُمْ بِهِ فَقَدْ اهْتَدَوْا. The Sahaba Ikram, they were the, subhanallah, the kasoti, the benchmark, the criterion. So they were the yardstick. So people looked at them, subhanallah. The Sahaba Ikram, 6 Sahaba Ikram, they went into the area which is now called China for business purposes. But when they came out, in the books of history mentions, up to 600,000 people became Muslims. Because of the honesty, because of the trustworthiness, because of their conduct and character and behavior. So we have those who misunderstood, those who misinterpreted. But the Sahaba Ikram, they represented in Islam. And that's why وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسِ يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا. You saw people entering Islam in multitudes, in scores. This day and age now, we have those who misinterpret Islam, the media, all these news, all the people who are critics of Islam, they're misinterpreting Islam. The masses, they're misunderstanding Islam. And we as Muslims, the sad reality is, the brutal truth is, we are misrepresenting Islam. So there was 2 myths at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, and there's 3 myths now, 3 misses. Misinterpret, misunderstand, and misrepresent. That's the problem that we have. That's why we see all this what's happening.